All right, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors and salutations to all you Akim out there that's laboring in the truth and sincerity. It's another GMS en route, and pretty much I'm a title. America is not what you think it is. You know, or I could put slash the stars of America shall fall. You know, and that's because simply, you know, the smoke and mirrors, which, believe it or not, there's still, you know, in the scriptures speak about gross darkness covering the people, and we see that today. We're living proof of that gross darkness here in America, man. And you got a lot of people that still buy into the antics, the smoke and mirrors. You know, all the falsehoods, the facade. That's all America is a big falsehood, which should be expected when you consider the true history in America's inception. But you'll have people that sit there and tell you that, no, this is the best place to be, the best time that there ever was. But how is that so when the medical field is one of the number one industry? Big Pharma is. They even just pay out lawsuits. Even if they kill you, they don't give a damn. They don't shut down. They make so much money where even though if they make a mistake and put, you know, they still gonna be in business. You see that the hospitals, the emergency rooms, going to emergency rooms, especially in these major cities, especially where the poor are. Because the poor, you know, they're prone to get sick more because of what? They don't have access to the best of the land, the best water, the best food, the best, you know, healthcare, the best mentality. They're always stressed out. So of course, naturally, they're going to be the ones that's in there. They, you know, whether it be through sickness, diseases, drugs, you know, something happening to them as far as, you know, judgment of the Lord coming on them, getting hit by a car, getting shot, right? And people, and when you go into an emergency room or into a hospital, see if them people think that this is the greatest place, man. Then, not to mention that if you ain't got the right health care or insurance, you might not even get looked at, or they might have you sitting waiting around for a few hours until somebody actually sees you. You know, 'cause they can't straight up tell you that you can't be there, but they'll sit there and leave you. You know, it's like bullpen therapy, man, when you waiting to go see the judge and leave you down there so you just go crazy to break you down. So you get broken down waiting to be seen. And then by the time 2 hours pass, you get so frustrated, you say, I'm gonna go to another hospital, but then you just say, fuck it. You just, you know, depending on how bad your situation is. So these are things that take place in America, man. And not that the hospital, because the scriptures say that they're physicians of no value. All right, I tell you that in, what's that, in Job, right? That they're physicians of no value because what they do there, it's not like they're giving you holistic practices and healing. See, that's why I say that America's not what you think it is, because here it is, you think that, oh no, they got Red Cross, Blue Cross, and they're here, they want to help people. They took an oath, which is a Hippocratic oath, if I'm not mistaken, that when they're sworn in, you know, in the medical field, and you think that these people are really good people. No, they're not. A lot of them are a bunch of demons. A lot of surgeons are atheists. A lot of them are proud, arrogant. They trust in their hand because they might know the body or study the you know what I'm saying, the human body. They know different parts and this, that, and functions and everything. And because they might have performed operations, they think that they're the most high. You know, they're atheists. You see what I'm saying? So again, not that, but it's pushed as the hospital's a place to be. You know, they have a children daycare or child care floor or whatever, you know. And what they're doing, they're sitting there vaccinating their children, giving them more diseases and everything. So America is truly, that's the whore that sitteth upon many waters. Okay, in Revelations the 17th chapter, that's America. America is really a filthy whore. Now you can see her, you know, comparing it to an actual slut. You think of the top slut of the all time. I don't know who I mean, you could name them, Marilyn Monroe, fucking, damn, the bitch, her name just left me. Vanessa Del Rio, name the biggest whore out there, right? That's America. Now, at first, when you see these people, these chicks, you're like, damn, she bad, blah, 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 she look good, boom. But then, when you actually get to know her and all the dirt and how much wickedness and foul shit she done, it turn your stomach, you know? Well, that's America. All the things that happen in this place really turn your stomach. If you really knew what was going on in a lot of these hospitals, man. See, the thing is, hospitals are a big business. That's why they sit there and they operate on you and everything. They do shit to you knowing that you're going to have to come back because they're going to get you strung out on some drugs and stuff, you know? Which is really just witchcraft, man. And that's the spirit. I didn't even think about that. That's an ambulance just, you know, right while as I'm driving, ambulance pulled up right in front of me. You see the sirens or whatever. They might be transporting somebody or whatever. But that's the spirit, man. That's heavy. That show y'all the spirit. I'm just like, damn, these flashing lights. But that's, oh shit, that's the spirit. Look what we talking about. And see, and that's the Lord. The Lord is exposing this bitch, you know, Babylon. Because America is Babylon the Great, you know. Whereas people think that it's such a God-fearing nation or a humane society, it's the total opposite, man. It's the total opposite of everything that you've been taught. And that's why you got a lot of doctors who, a lot of them, they quit. The ones that have a conscience, they grow a conscience and they quit. They say, I can't keep doing this, man. You hear this? You giving these people all these different drugs to take, and you just sedating them enough just so you can juice their insurance. And then somebody who really needs some care or help because they don't got the top notch insurance, whatever it may be, you push them to the back burner. You see? So that's all the practices that take place in America, man. You know? And then not to mention about all the homosexuality and child, what do you call it? Child pornography. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of and it's perpetrated by the senators, man. So that's what the scriptures speak about when it speak about America being scum. You keep finding out about the Roman Catholic Church, which is the top church, #1 religion here in America. When the dope comes over here, even the presidents kiss his ring and bow down to him, right? Showing you the influence of the Roman Catholic Church in this country, how it's connected. So even them, what they do is what? They're sitting up there raising up pedophiles that sit there and molest the kids and everything. And then they send them to another parish, pay off a settlement, and just wipe it under the, you know, just put it on water under the rug, so to speak, or water under the bridge. You see what I'm saying? That's the things that go on. Then you want to speak about oppression, all right? And that's what the scriptures speak about. The Most High is angry with a man that oppresses a man in his wages. That's what America's all about, man. You know, people would sit there and say, nah, if you ain't got none, it's because you ain't want to. You can't look at the, you know, and then a lot of people, they think that they get so smart. I'm tired of hearing people blame the white man, But wait a minute. So the so-called white man is innocent in everything? No, well, I ain't saying. So then what is you saying? You know, now granted, yeah, at the end of the day, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You still shouldn't do drugs, this, that, and the third. But when you go into the bigger picture of it, if you're going to get to the heart of the problem, you got to go to the bigger picture. It's an agenda, man. It's an agenda. You call it an American agenda, which is what? The genocide of the Israelites, man. They want to depopulate the nation of Israel, man. And that goes back to that hate. And that's why the Most High said in the Ezekiel, what is it, the 25th chapter, that thou hast had a perpetual hatred for thy brother. Because, yeah, the so-called white man technically is our brother. He's Esau. When you go, you know, even though he doesn't want to be an Edomite, you got these so-called white people, they do not want to be Edomites. They want to be every other nation but who they are. But they're the Edomites, okay? And they know it. The ones of them that know anything know it, right? The elites. But they came at us with hatred, like Scripture said, a perpetual hatred. Like they never, you know what I'm saying, let bygones be bygones. To this day, man. To this day, they still putting, you know, afflicting Jake, man. Even though they'll hide their hands, like the Scripture say, Zechariah, whose oppressors slayed them and hold themselves not guilty. You know, and the so-called white man is manufactured all of the excuses you could think of to justify why he shouldn't go into slavery, why he shouldn't pay for all of the lost lives of the so-called Negroes that were put to death. Okay, and the thing is, slavery, that thing haunts them, man. It haunts them. See, America got a deep, dark past, man. You got a lot of these bugged out people that just, you know, these new age people, and that's what they bank on, you see? That's what they bank on. They want to get rid of any old head, anybody with any sense. So you just thinking of, oh, America, Mickey Mouse, yes, New York, yes, beautiful place, I want to go. So you got these, you know, foreigners come over here and shit. They have no idea, because, you know, maybe they got turmoil in their country, but they have no idea what really goes on over here in America, man. Why you think, oh, man, how many girls turn up missing here in America, man? You see? How many girls turn up missing? Think about it, man. America got a lot of issues, man. A lot of issues. That's why in the beginning I refer to it as smoke and mirrors, because it really ain't what you think it is, you know? And really everything here in America is just backwards and upside down, to the point where you can't believe everything that you see in this place with America, because a lot of it, like I said, the American history, man. They sit there and they tried last year or the year before, I think. They wanted to put it into the textbooks. So in which they probably still might put it in there. You know, so when the third graders or the fourth graders, when they do happen to stumble across slavery, it's not gonna be slavery no more. It's gonna be migration. You know? Yeah, oh yeah, the Negroes, the so-called blacks, they migrated from the interiors of Africa and other countries over here, and they got a job, filled out the application, said they wanted to pick cotton, and they became, you know, sharecroppers. They were picking cotton, and they learned how to build, and some of them became maids, butler. That's how they want to write it off, like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of telling you what really happened, they sat there and rounded up, and they knew that they were rounding up Israelites, so-called healthy, so-called Negroes, auctioned their asses off. When they got over here, they financed the whole trade, the boats and everything. The slave trade wouldn't have existed without the ships. All right, you need the slave ships. All right, the Santa Maria and whatever other names that they gave to them. All right, you wouldn't have slavery without, or slave trade especially, without those slave ships. Those slave ships were very instrumental in slavery. And guess who owned the slave ships? Do some research. These so-called Jewish families, these so-called white people saying that they're Jews, the same ones that control the Diamond District, that control the media outlets and everything, that control the world, the riches of the world. They're the ones who had owned the slave ships. So they were making money, because that was a big thing. Oh man, let's get, you know, and it was spiritual, because they knew, they licked their chops. They knew the Most High was allowing us to go into slavery, which was heavy, because that was the fulfillment of the prophecy in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, verse 68. You know, where it said thou should go into Egypt again by ships. You see, they go to them ships. You know, because that's how Jake got over here, man. It's through ships. But now Esau, being the devil, and the word devil simply means a deceiver. All right, and then we gotta bring that out time and time again about the meaning of the word devil, because when we speak about the word devil, people act as if we're saying, you know, like we're saying curse words or something. Oh my God, why you gonna call the white man a devil? He's a goddamn liar. That's what the word devil. If you call somebody a liar, in essence, you calling him a devil. You calling him the same thing. You calling him a devil. So that's what the devil does, man. He lies. You see, and that's what goes on here in America. When people come to America, they find out that they lie. The American people are good at lying. America's also known for killing its own soldiers, so-called family fire, right? You got all these things that happen here. So how is this like and the list goes on, and that's why the scriptures, the Lord said, her her sins have reached up into the heavens. All right, that's what the scripture said. The scripture said her sins, meaning the sins of the whore, which is America, her sins have reached into the heavens because they broke every law possible that they could, that the Lord commanded us to follow. And then on top of that, through their so-called technology or whatever you want to call it, they started making these spacecrafts, spaceships, satellites, and a lot of them will break down. Sometimes they'll shoot it up into space, and a lot of it gets left out. Space becomes like space junk. Sometimes it might fall back to the earth. It's always immediate, you know? So, yeah, Esau actually, literally, you know, as far as, you know, with all the spaceships and satellites, you know, up there, and space junks out there. But Esau done committed so much wickedness, man. You know, just over here, him allowing this homosexuality. And see, now, and that's why I said earlier that the stars of America gonna fall too, because all of the stars of America are part of that secret society. And you can't, and America there's always been a secret society. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from the secret society, from the what was it, the French Orient Masons, if I'm not mistaken. That was a gift that they sent. Masons, Freemasons, which is nothing. You know about Freemasonry, you know that that's the equivalent of witchcraft. They pray to demons. They you know, they into different symbolisms and occultisms, and they believe in Baal. You understand? Or Molech and a few other deities, depending on whatever ranks you're a part of. So that's why the Statue of Liberty was given to America as a gift. And then now, which this is, you know, we used to bring it out before. When you look out the so-called capital, right, is Washington, D.C., or the District of Columbia, which is its own entity, right? And then when you look at that's where the president, the person who's supposedly is in charge of everything, that's where the Pentagon is when they talk over war situations, and which the word Pentagon, that's where you get the 5-point, right? Or a pentagram, a 5-pointed star. And if you look at the whole layout is in the symbol of Baphomet or pentagram of the White House. Why do you think these things are like that? It's not a coincidence, man. That's the vibration that's over here in America. Witchcraft, man. That's what goes on in America. Nothing but witchcraft, man. You know, exorcisms, cultisms. Okay, those are the things that happen here in America, man, behind the scene, because there is a secret society. And then now you have these so-called celebrities, like seen brothers, they did a show, I forget what group, well, a few brothers actually did a show on it with that fruitcake Pharrell from the Neptunes, you know, which he, you know, I don't know if he came with the closet yet, you know, maybe he did, or he will later on, but he's wearing a fucking dress, him and some other no-name nigga that they just shot up to the top, because they wearing dress, promoting grown-ass men wearing dresses and gowns. They say this is the new masculinity. So if you don't see that that's a hidden agenda designed to destroy the so-called black man, and why they didn't promote have a white boy do that? All right, we know how these Edomites, these real Edomites, how they like to get down behind the scene. They into all that bullshit. They be on the job site, sitting there talking, you know, foul jokes and everything, grabbing on each other. Why did they purposely put that in Jake? Because why? First of all, Pharrell couldn't refuse it even if he didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And Jake's mind is so poison. They love doing that shit. They think that that's fly. They think it's cute. The attention, the attention it gives them. You know what I'm saying? The false admiration from people. You know, because really they applauding you for doing something wicked, demonic, stupid. You know, sitting there wearing a damn dress. But that's a part of the American culture and part of their rituals, especially in Hollywood, if you want to be successful. Now they're speaking about LeBron James, you know, wearing a damn, and he's not the only one. You got these, but he's the biggest NBA star. But a lot of those NBA players, you know, they sat there, you know, where's David Stern when you need him? You know, this is when he should have implemented a dress code for these niggas, man. These niggas just wearing just the craziest shit. And then what that does is, because people look up to him, they all at him, just like Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan played, everybody wanted to be like Mike. A lot of people cut their head bald just because Michael Jordan had a bald head. A lot of people wore a gold chain like how Jordan did. People wore their shoes and their socks like that, right? Because the Lord said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Then Jeremiah, the 5th chapter, the Lord said, my people are wise to do evil. So Jake is willing to follow these trends. And they know this. And Esau knows this. So that's why they give these guys these contracts, but you got to push the image that they want to push. Allen Iverson, right? Yeah, these guys are all talented, but they're demonic, and that's why them demons follow them, and they don't. They got certain things that bug them. They gotta be. They're Israelites. At the end of the day, they're Israelites. But Allen Iverson is the one that came, came with that thug image in the NBA, and then got all them damn tattoos to the point where everybody thought that was it. And then it became a trend. Then more niggas started getting tatted up. I was watching an interview with Lou Williams. You know, he's a point guard for the Clippers. And he came in as a rookie under Iverson. He said he idolized Iverson. He said he wanted to get the tattoos and all just like Iverson had, because Iverson had it. And Esau knows that that's how our people are. If they see, whoever's the top people at the time, they see Drake wearing a pink wig going to a party, then guess what? You're going to have other niggas that's going to do that shit. And they're going to find a way to justify it. Nah, dog, I'm comfortable. It's just fashion. I just felt like that, you know what I'm saying? I wanted that look. That's how these people are, man. That's how these people are. So that's why 2/3 of our people got to die anyway. Majority of the people here in America are going to die. Only people that's going to be delivered is the elect of Israel in these times that we in. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the perilous times that the scripture spoke of, man. The scripture spoke of these things, man. But again, as far as America not being, what you think it is, you could just look at everything on every level, even as far as, working or whatever the case is. In America, you get robbed, you get ripped off every place you turn. You get taxed to death, on your paycheck. You got all type of different taxes. People, by the time you get your paycheck, a third of it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes even more. And Esau knows that. They know that you can't provide for yourself for, after they take, but they don't give a damn. And they keep taxing. You go to the stores, you get taxed. You go to the gas station, you get taxed. That's why the gas be outrageous prices. That's the tax that they put on it to make money off of it, right? You're getting taxed to death every which way you turn in this society, and they know that. So that's why what they do is they keep that thing going. Then they catch you up in the net. Then now they double whatever you owe. So now they're gonna make more money off you. You see what I'm saying? So this is a land of oppression, man. At the end of the day, it's a land of oppression, and people that can't see it, then they just gonna die. If you ain't meant to see it, you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna get the truth if it's not meant for you. But with that, Lord willing, was just a few thoughts on how this place America is a big facade, man. It's, a lot of people gonna wake up. A lot of these people gonna wake up at the end when it's too damn late. Cause we've been telling you for the longest about America. The scriptures tell you in Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart. Arise ye and depart, that you be not. I would go. Hold on a second. Let me pull that. See if I can pull the scripture up real quick. Micah 2:10. Rise ye and depart, for the land is greatly polluted. If I'm not mistaken, just bear with me. I just want to make sure that I'm quoting it the right way. Sometimes you're like, wait a minute, man. I think hey, Lord forgive us. Lord knows we don't be wanting to butcher scriptures, but brother, it's a wonder that we still able to think straight as we can, man, in this fucked up ass society that we in, man. You know, and that's the other thing about America, man. America will stress you the fuck out, man. And it's fucked up because things that you never had to worry about, like never worry about fucking water or worry about even just being a man. Now you gotta sit there, you gotta fight for your manhood, man. You know, you actually, depending on where you work at or whatever the case is, motherfucker, it ain't good enough that you leaving them alone, letting them be what they want to be. Why you antisocial? Why you antisocial? Why? Cause JJ's a faggot, or whoever, you know? Cause JJ's gay. Why you ain't hanging around us? You antisocial. You homophobic. Oh, you got hate. That's what they do, man. That's why fuck this world, man. And the scriptures say that too. It said fuck this world. The scriptures actually say love not this world, neither the things that are in it. You know what I'm saying? Which translation means fuck this fucking world, man. At the end of the day, the things in this world, or what people in this world think about us, is not going to garner us salvation, and it's not going to hinder us, you know? So the hell with the Lord said we ought to obey him rather than men. You see what I'm saying? So that was Micah 2:10 I was quoting. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. So that's speaking about here in America, man. You know? Here in America is polluted. They got nothing but this demonic ass shit going on. And here in this place, they'll condemn you for standing up for the right thing. If you speak righteousness or speak the truth, you get condemned. You become public enemy, man. You see? And what they do is they sit there and turn all the rest of the people against you, or as many as they can. You understand? And that's what happens here in America, man. But anyway, with that, you know, I give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. I say shalom to you, sincere Akim. You know, hopefully you edify. Shalom.